I've still got to put some instructions on here. You need to put back that this is the bust line, and this is going to be the centre front fold and grain. And when you cut this out in calico to make your toile or prototype, that instruction tells you to place this section of pattern to a fold of fabric. So when you've cut it out, you end up with an entire front bodice. Off camera, I have cut this out roughly. It's easier to deal with a smaller piece of paper. And you can now see it's got certain instructions on it. You mark in the bust line, it's front bodice cut 1, and here is a straight grain line marked with arrows at each end, and this says centre front fold and grain. So it's just reminding you again that that's the grain line as well. And it's now ready to cut out on this edge all the way around. So cut round the neckline, and then you need to pinch each edge of the dart in on its line, and they seem to like better if you do actually gently tweak both sides, and then you're folding from this side out to the shoulder point. And you need to put a pin in here because you won't manage to hold it straight. It'll move. So secure it down. And you'll notice, and this often happens, so don't worry if it does, it happens when you're folding out paper patterns, because you can't transfer the excess here with a tracing wheel. You can't see it at the time that you're doing it on the paper on the flat, and this is why you have to fold the dart out. So find your ruler and just straighten that line through like that, and then cut it with the dart shut. And then you can release the pin, and what you get here is a really small extra amount. There's a slight shaping to this dart, and it is relevant. It may not look like it, but it actually makes the dart sit down properly inside. So we're now progressing to this next area, and I'm going to cut from the top of the outside shoulder round the armhole. And sometimes, if you find it difficult going around a curve, cut away from the curve down to the side seam, and then just access it from the other direction. And then down the side seam, and we then have to do exactly the same thing as we did with the shoulder dart. We have to do at the waist. So you need to pinch that up on that line, and the same on the other. And then you're folding this one so that the underside of the dart goes towards centre front. And and once again put a pin in. It starts moving, then re-weight it. Again, you need to check the line here. And it's a microscopic amount out, it's a whisker. You just need to straighten it off very slightly. And then once again you cut it with the dart shut. And the last line of waste paper that I'm cutting off is down the centre front fold and grain line. Straight through to the bottom. That's the pattern for the front, now cut out with all the seam allowances all present and correct, and all the relevant information on it that you need.